There it is. You are now live. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Epic peeps. My name is Samantha, and I am so grateful to be coming to you on behalf of Epic. Epic stands for Empowering People and Inspiring Community. And Epic TriCountYCT is a multifaceted platform of just that. It's a platform of empowerment, it's a platform of inspiration, of collaboration, and being a resource to our community, whether it is the community of Connecticut or of our world. There are no boundaries, right? So welcome, welcome, welcome. Unity. Oh my goodness. I was just talking about unity to our beautiful guest I'll bring forward in a few minutes. Epic. Epic. One of our largest platforms is our beautiful print publication. And we just printed and are releasing the November, December issue. So please, if you haven't already picked up a copy at a local store or holistic center, let us know. We'll get you a copy. All right. You can also subscribe digitally. Just reach out to me at Samantha at epictricountyct.com and I will send you over the digital copy. That is just one of our resources, our print publication. It's beautiful. But we also have a strong social media presence. We'd like you to join if you haven't already. Call us 860-309-5315 if you want to talk. Whatever it is, we're here for you. We're here to be the resource. I wanted to really quickly just touch on the energies that were happening before I went live, right? You know me, quirky and real. And I went downstairs after talking with the guest. I went downstairs and grabbed a nice hot cup of water with lemon. And I pulled a card. And I pulled a card from Nature's Whispers, which is an oracle card deck. And it's absolutely gorgeous by Angela Hartfield. And then the artwork is from Josephine Wall, which is just a magnificent artist. Josephine's work is beautiful. And the reason I did that is you'll find out in a few minutes. It's a really unique segment that we're going to bring to you today. You're not going to want to miss it. When I bring our guest forward, Bonney, and we talk a little bit about her mission and our mission, it really does create an adventure, right? We're being adventurous. Oops, in our life. See that? We're being adventurous. And today, our conversation that we're going to have is going to take us to places that, yes, may feel a little uncomfortable sometimes, but it's important that we do come together. What I see here are the two mountains, and there is not much space in between it, and then the water flowing in between. And that is exactly what this segment is going to do. It's going to be an adventure of collaboration, of empowerment, and of inspiration. And I have to preface all this with a thank you to my co-publisher and co-creator, Lisa. Lisa, thank you for all you do. Lisa's always working hard in the background to bring you the links, connections in the feed. So please show her some love. All right. I feel like I'm all over the place today, so I'm going to go right into it. I'm going to bring forward Bonney, and I'm going to pronounce her last name. She is so great. She actually wrote it out phonetically for me. So it's Bonney Fiorito. And Bonney is the president and Jennifer. Jennifer was a guest from Radiant Journey. And she said to me, I really have someone I'd love you to meet. Her name is Bonney. She owns About the Journey. I'd like to see you two connect. So I said, of course, this is what this is about, right? This is this healing journey. It's about collaboration, business, working together. So I was introduced to Bonney, and we had a Zoom meeting, and immediately there was an instant connection. And I saw a radiant, beautiful lady on the Zoom screen, but I could feel it. I could feel her determination and her excitement to also be a resource for wellness seekers and wellness practitioners and business owners. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring Bonney forward. Yes, her mission is in direct alignment with Epic. We're working together to bring you the resources that you need. And you'll see the similarities in a moment. But please give Bonnie your love and your light as we bring her forward on our epic interview. Yay. Here you are.
Yes, thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this today. This is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, we have fun. We always
Yes.
have fun, don't we? We've only connected 2 times, Amy, so far, but and I think really, as before we get into your story, that is something that I want to share with our viewers and our community, is that if we truly stand behind our mission, and the mission of Epic is to be that source, that resource for our community and individuals, and bring them, make the connections between the practitioners and the events in a non-competitive model.
Yes.
We don't believe in separation. We don't believe in division. We don't believe in competition. We believe in collaboration. And Bonnie's business, About the Journey, as you'll find out as we go into the segment a little further, is really one that you might see and say, oh my gosh, why does she have a competitor on her show? Why? What? What is this about? Bonnie does event listings. Epic does event listings. You know, Epic has this and Bonnie has that. No, we are here because together, united, we can be a stronger force of that love and empowerment. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes.
I'm so grateful. Can you tell us a little bit, Bonnie, about who you are and how your journey has evolved to where we are today?
Yeah, well, gosh, it's been a long one, I'll tell you that. I think growing up, I always had this deep understanding that there was something so much more and so much bigger, that I was always really interested in tapping into. And it's looked a number of different ways over the years, but I've done all types of like personal development and really like spiritual work, and just really trying to connect to being the biggest and best version of myself that I can put out there for the world, right? And as I was into my 30s, right? And in the corporate world, and still very much in this space of knowing there's more, right? And there was one day at work where I knew that I was very close to burning out. And I had been feeling it for quite some time. And I identified like this light that I would have a weekend coming up where I didn't have something that I would need to do. I didn't have any commitments. And I thought, okay, in whatever it was, maybe these 10 minutes before my next meeting, I'm going online, I'm finding a stress reduction retreat, and I am booking it and knowing like, this is it. I'm ready to release it. And so in that short window of time, I unfortunately found out, or maybe fortunately found, that there was no platform for doing this easily. I took to Google, and, I jumped in and was doing all types of searches and couldn't find anything that really met with what I needed. And I have a background in online travel, and I thought, why isn't there something like a Travelocity or an Expedia that exists for finding such retreats, right?
Yeah.
So, it was really in that moment that like kind of the light bulb went on, and I realized there's a real opportunity here. And as I started to talk with other people, who were in a similar situation to mine with the burnout and the really like this need for something deeper, I found out that they also had similar experiences to mine. And as I got into this a bit deeper myself, where I started to talk with wellness professionals now, who I'm like, what's going on? Like, how do you get the word out? And I quickly found that they're offering this amazing bounty of resources, but there aren't enough people to fill the seats at their table, right? And my gosh, what an amazing opportunity to bridge this gap for people who are seeking and those who are providing.
Right.
And so that's how About the Journey came to be.
I love it. I love it. It's you took a need that you personally.
Yeah.
And I can, when you said that, I visualized that digital rabbit hole that I often fall into also, where you're looking and then you're going down deeper and in deeper into the digital real estate, and really there's no direction. Before you know it, an hour's gone by, you probably still hadn't booked the retreat,
Right.
and we're still near burnout.
Right.
So, and I think that what I really want to say is that you took your need, you took what you needed, and you knew, you made it, you've created a solution to the problem for many people. And that is right in direct alignment with Epic, right? To be the resource, to connect, be the connector. So as you're originally, where did you just recently moved a few years ago to Connecticut, yes?
That's right. Yes. Actually, when I left the corporate world to pursue About the Journey full time, that's when I moved up to Connecticut. And I absolutely love it here. It is the perfect setting, right? Just the amazing trees and the wildlife and all of this amazing bounty that we have here. It's unlike anything I ever would have imagined before, but it's the perfect environment, the perfect setting for building a business like this.
Yeah.
Because you're just surrounded by this incredible energy of nature.
Right. And also, we're surrounded by, just in the state of Connecticut, and I know that now with the onset of the digital age, and it's been here, but for me, it wasn't really a real big part of my life. But now the digital aspect of everything is so huge. There are no boundaries, they're all blurred. Virtually, we're all neighbors. And so, providing the service that you provide, which we'll go into a little bit further, where I was going with that before I went down my own rabbit hole, is that right here in Connecticut, or right there in Massachusetts, surrounded, you're surrounded by practitioners, wellness, businesses and centers, and we need to let people know that they're there and how to find them in an efficient way.
Yes.
Going down this Google rabbit hole creates more stress, right? You're looking to alleviate burnout, and here you go. Let's go down further and further and further. So your mission, and that's what I keep bringing, that common thread. The mission of About the Journey and the mission of Epic is so similar, so similar. And for us to collaborate and bring your voice beside Epic's voice out to our community is so empowering. So tell us about the journey. I know Lisa's sharing the website, so thank you, and the Facebook page. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is, what it looks like, and how it works?
Yeah, absolutely. So, kind of right out of the gate, we started with the wellness directory. And it's really meant to be a resource for busy people. So much to your point, as we've become such a virtual or digital nation and world, this is really meant to kind of close that gap that we experience in that as well. So, in the past, you used to be able to drive by, brick and mortar shops and say, oh, okay, there's a spiritual center, there's a shop, a bookstore, or something that could fill this need that I'm feeling. But so many coaches, right, are not in brick and mortar stores, and there are so many solutions within the wellness community that don't have a storefront. And so this wellness directory is really meant to be a resource for people who are looking for answers, but who don't necessarily know how to find them. And it's to really bridge that gap between the known and the unknown, what you can see and what you can't see, and kind of helping people to have a full sense of what's out there and how to connect. So we're sure to include all types of information about the business and the professionals who work there, all links to social media, website, phone number, email, all of that good stuff, so there's never any question about how to reach somebody. And you can also do your due diligence before reaching out. I know that's so important these days, to kind of know who you're connecting with. And you can get a real sense for all of that before you even make that call or send that email. So we kind of try to provide that answer right up front in this one-stop solution.
Yeah. It's very easy to navigate your site, I found. Very easy to navigate. I have some interests right now that are expanding within the Epic Hub, but kind of spoking off of it. And so when I went on to About the Journey, I just typed in virtual assistant, and it was quick. I didn't find anybody, so I'm excited about that right now. I might be, yeah. Um, but it was very quick, and then I went for an event for Reiki. So yeah, it's beautifully put together. Did you put that together, or do you have a team working with you?
Yeah, so it's been really a long-term collaboration. So it started out kind of with this idea in my own head about what this would look like, and then it has really taken a team. I don't have, the technical know-how to build it. I'm great once the system is in place and I can pop stuff in and it's, hit publish and it's good to go. But but the actual framework of it, I've had just a tremendous amount of support getting it to where it is. And design and all of that that's really factored into making it what you see today.
Mm-hmm. And as the wellness practitioners and business owners come to you, what type of criteria is there any criteria? Is there any type of research that's done behind the scenes before they're activated? Can you tell us a little bit about that? The background, the back office.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I do think this is incredibly important. One of the things that I really feel is foundational in all of this is relationship, and it's what keeps all of it moving so freely, for information to be shared through us, and for all of this to really be out there. Having that deep connection with people who are in the directory is huge for me. I like to know who is coming on. I like to have that personal connection with them as well. So, when I'm talking to other people, I can say, oh, this person might be a good fit for you. Have you considered X, Y, and Z, right? Yeah, I think it's really a tremendously important thing to have that connection underlying all of it. And we're actually in the process of rolling out an application process to be in the directory.
Oh, wow.
So it, again, fine tuning it and allowing us to really collect as much information as we possibly can in one place, to ensure that, first off, that it's a good fit, right? That people who are listed in the directory are really aligned in a certain way, and that there's a good energy and a good motivation for them being there. And then also, just overall to have that connection and to know kind of what they're up to and really be able to dive into what they're offering before we say, yes, please do join our directory, and we'd love to promote you. So yeah,
it is. I mean, you would think that we're talking about Epic and About the Journey. They really are so similar. We have the print publication, which is beautiful, and then we also have the online presence, and the bridge between About the Journey and Epic is so small. Like, there really is none. And for that, I'm grateful. I'm very grateful that I'm able to really embody our mission and our core values of the non-compete, and the non-separation. And you are here to provide, that digital connection. You're tying up all the loose ends for many, many people. How many years have you been in business? How many years have you been doing the About the Journey?
Yeah, so full time, I've been in it 2 years. And then overall, from the business formation and all of that good stuff that I did while I was still back in the corporate world, it's been about 3 years overall.
Beautiful, beautiful. It's like almost Walmart and Target being on the same street, and it's done strategically. Okay, we talked about this behind the scenes, right?
Yes.
It's strategically that we did that, and when I say strategically, I don't mean it in a what kind of sense? I don't even want to say negative sense, but strategically, to empower people and to empower ourselves and business owners and wellness practitioners, because everybody has a voice. These practitioners have services, and if they can be seen and heard and found on 10 platforms as opposed to one, well, of course, we want to support that. We want to help them, right?
Agreed. It's just providing more options for those who have a common interest.
Exactly. And you had said something earlier about when we unite, we're stronger when we unite, I believe is what you said. And
Yes.
that really resonated with me. Now, as I know that we've all been through some transitions and transformation because of the changes in 2020 with the COVID and just all the energies that are around us. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
How did you take care of yourself? I know that you have access to, your directory, but you personally,
Yeah.
how do you take care of yourself? And this may be able, what you say may be helping, will help whoever is going to listen to receive that. I'm stumbling over my words today.
It's all the excitement.
It is. Yeah, it is. I woke up, I'm like, well, how do you take care of yourself?
Well, I think it's a huge part of being able to do what we do. And so this has been really important for me. I've actually taken it in a couple of different directions. So one is really a self-care piece, and it's taking time for quiet time. I've started to read more. I've started to get into to meditation a bit more than, I always was like, oh, I would love to do that, but I don't have the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And really this time has kind of freed up my schedule in certain ways where I don't have as many commitments outside of the house. And so to know, okay, there's a certain time each day when actually I'm here, and it's kind of, there's a lull. And so that provides a great opportunity to maybe do a quick meditation or to join one of the classes that's offered on About the Journey. I often will take part in the Calm Connect on Fridays at noon. It's a free meditation for 15 minutes. And, it provides an amazing opportunity just to pause in my day and kind of reflect and calm down and just go into the afternoon with an amazingly calm and focused mindset.
Yeah, that's Jennifer's program, right?
Yes, that's right. Oh my gosh, yes.
I love it. I love Calm Connect.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's absolutely wonderful and just holds such a beautiful space for being able to really bring it all in and packs it into 15 minutes. So
yeah, I love it.
It's beautiful.
That's another example of the importance of collaboration.
Agreed.
And of, coming together. So the meditation, I got to ask you this, an impromptu question. What book have you been reading that you'd like to share with us?
Yes. So I've been reading The Mindful Millionaire. It's by Lisa Peterson.
Oh, yeah.
And actually, talk about collaboration, right? I actually had the opportunity to see her kind of run a workshop through one of the women's networking groups I belong to, based all the way out in Colorado, believe it or not. So this.
And it's Epic born, right? Epic was born in Colorado. I mean, there is no coincidence.
There certainly is not.
Yeah. So the Mindful Millionaire by Lisa Peterson.
Yes.
Okay, we'll take a look at that because we do an Epic Recommends, which is a feature that we have each issue where we recommend 2 books, 2 music genres, and 2 movies. So Lisa S., we got to look for The Mindful Millionaire by Lisa Peterson. She might even Lisa S. might already have it. Back and forth. Right now, I'm actually reading Untamed by Glennon Doyle, which is a really great book for anybody out there.
I just got it. It arrived in the mail earlier this week, so I'm looking forward to diving in after The Mindful Millionaire.
I love it. It's great. It's a great book. I got that from Lisa S. So yeah, there's so much that we can support each other with and lift each other up. As women, as business owners, women, whatever it is, we're here as one. And for us to be able to blur those lines, those illusions of division, I'm honored that you're here. I'm looking forward to working with you and finding more ways to collaborate and connect and to really bring Epic closer to About the Journey and vice versa in our communities. I I know that you have a newsletter. Lisa shared the website so everybody can go and join your newsletter. You also have the Facebook group, which is About the Journey Wellness Community that we can share the link to. And as we begin to wind down, because I told you the time goes by so quickly.
Yes, it does.
As the time begins to wind down and we come to a close, what do you feel as we go into the new 2021, right? What do you see happening within our community? And by community, I mean our wellness community. About the Journey E.P.I.C. What do you see happening?
Well, it's interesting because I think in a time where people have really started to be so uncertain about what the future looks like, it's really beautiful how people have kind of dialed it in and really started to do more work on themselves. And, I think a lot of it has to do with, more quiet time than we were used to in the past, much like myself with, suddenly finding this time for meditation. And I think it's being seen on a larger scale where people are really starting to step back and say, hey, I get to be a priority too. I need to take care of myself. And this is where self-care has really started to come in. I think that the wellness community overall is growing every day. And, in spite of what may be the case with employment rates and all of that, people are finding opportunities and resources to tap into within this space. And that's one of the beautiful things about the wellness community is that it's really so abundant that there's always going to be something for supporting other people.
Right.
And I think as we move into the new year, this is really something that is going to continue. And regardless of how this all turns out, with so many uncertainties in this world, I think that people have learned this new behavior, this new mindset around wellness.
And
I think it's
self-care.
here to stay.
Yeah. Self-care. I say quite often that what I've learned over the past year, approximately a year, is things that I have to unlearn, like that hamster wheel and just constantly being busy, 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 busy and forgetting about really what's important. And as we begin to wind it down, there is a segment, and I believe it is in Glennon's book, The Untamed, where there was a woman who felt very separated from her family and felt that the communication had stopped. And so what she wanted to do was to rent a big, beautiful beach house because she saw this, all the pictures, on everybody's Instagram feeds about this big, beautiful beach house that was rented and the family is having fun, and the wind is blowing and this and that. Well, she really wasn't in a place of economically that could support that, but she was going to jeopardize, her well-being and fork out the money to do that. And Glennon just recommended, well, before you do all that, I can't quote the book, but I believe it was Glennon that said, why don't you just invest in a $2 basket? And she said, what am I going to do with a $2 basket? And she said, put the $2 basket at your front door. And when your family and your husband and your teenage children come in, and anybody who comes into the house, the phone goes in the basket during certain times, right? No meals. And just that $2 change, that small change, a $2 change of putting the basket there really transformed her family's communication styles, the connections that they have. They're cooking now together. So the reason I'm ending with that is it is the small changes that we can make through our own decisions and our conscious choices that will make the biggest impact. And thank you for being a provider of the resources to help people to do that, to be the connector, and like I feel like we're almost coworkers, and
Yes,
our mission is so close. So there really is no separation. So I see About the Journey and Epic TriCountyCT really collaborating in the future and to bring more events, more awareness, and more connection to our community.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please do check out Bonnie's website and her services and her story. If you have any questions, Lisa's posted the website in the comment field. I will put a link in the YouTube channel, on the YouTube channel, the recording of this for those who will be watching later. Please share this with whoever you can, whether it be a family member, coworker, because there's something in here for everybody. And as always, my beautiful community, I will see you tomorrow. Please stay safe and stay healthy. Stay true to who you are. Stay in alignment with that authentic, beautiful being that you are. Stay tuned and peace out, Epic Scouts. Bye. Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you.